But like, what triggered that was to, I mean, I think what really triggered that was like I was starting to feel hopeless. I was starting to like feel really, really like upset because I kept thinking about it as I was working in there. I kept thinking about it. I kept thinking about it as I was working there, like starting to build for myself, work on myself, and then thinking about people I used to talk to and the people that I miss. So I kept thinking about that, and then it was making me upset. Like, still ran with this, still just did the job, whatever. It just felt weird at the time. I know I could do better. It was at times like I know I could do better. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I am proud of myself. Like, I don't have no regrets at all. But it was just like that thought. Like, I feel like I'm complacent and maybe kind of getting used to it. But uh, it progressed to me not okay. I think what set it off for me was like they started scheduling me at night, and I was trying to prevent working at night. I didn't want to work at night. I wanted to work in the morning. And then the idea of like working 8 to 9 hours and still barely getting anything, like that set me off too. That literally set me off too. Like working 8 and 9 hours, like you're spending your whole day there, then dreading having to go back and do it again. My God, bro. Okay, so the manager started scheduling me at night. I was trying to prevent working at night. I didn't want to work at night because the thing was I was planning to start recording and start working on myself at night. That's what my plans were at the time. I wanted to start building myself. I wanted to start working on like try to start working on other stuff at night so I could start building and work for myself. That's what I wanted to do. And that's what I wanted to do. And once I was starting to plan that out, once I was like as I was trying to plan this out, they started scheduling me at night. And I'm furious, bro, because I did not want to work at night anymore. They started scheduling me at night. He started scheduling me at night, and I was trying to. That's the only reason why I switched my position too, was so that I couldn't work strictly at night. And he started scheduling me at night. I was getting scheduled midday too, which I didn't like either. I just wanted to strictly work a certain hours in a day. I wanted to strictly work like this specific shift in a day, and I didn't get that request at all. It was like once I seen I was getting scheduled at night, like there was days where like I want to leave, like it's so late and I don't want to freaking be there. But then like during those times where I was working there, like there was times where like I'm looking like I could change my life if I wanted to. I could change the course of my life if I wanted to. I'm sitting here thinking like I could change the course of my life if I wanted to. Like something could change. Whatever. Like something could change. And that's the thought that I had. I kept thinking that too. Like every time. Every time I kept thinking about that. Like I could change the course of my life. Like I want to do more. I want to like just like do so much. I want to do so much like so far as with work, like for me at least. So I kept thinking about that, and then but like back to what I was saying about them scheduling me late. Like I was planning to start just working on myself late at night, and and then this to a point where I started working, I started recording, and this is when I started recording. So then they started scheduling me at night, and I was trying to. I kept trying to talk to the manager, like every chance I seen him, I it's either I was too scared to talk to him, or he just wasn't there. So I kept asking him, "Hey, can I work this certain shift? I just want to work in the mornings. I kind of want a set schedule." And then he basically told me that, or and then I kept asking him if I can work certain days, if I can have Sundays off. But he approved of that. But so far as like me having a set schedule and like having a strict schedule, I mean a set schedule, or just like having, me wanting just to work just the same shift every day. He just told me that, well, there was a guy that worked that night, but he ended up leaving. So then that's the only reason I started getting scheduled at night, because that guy had left, because he was the main one working at night, and he had left, which I didn't know about, which don't care. But he ended up leaving, and then that's why he started scheduling me at night. But I still had a problem with it because there's all these other people. I wanted a set schedule, but he told me that he can't give me that request because he needs like people to work certain days, certain shifts through the day. and then he needs like people. He needs people that are like just like available, having open availability, whatever. So he basically was just telling me like he can't do that. He needs people to work midday and nights. I still didn't approve of that. I still didn't like it. So um I got scheduled I got scheduled mornings, midday, and nights, which I still had a problem with that because I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to work in the morning, 7 to 4. I just wanted to work that shift. That's all I wanted to work, and I couldn't. And it's like I'm like strictly upon somebody else working for their business and their brand. Like I didn't think about it at the time. Like I'm literally like now it's like I'm literally working for someone else and building their brand, which I should be building mine, which I should be building mine instead of building theirs. Cause what the freak? This is not benefiting me. It's benefiting them. That's a problem. That's an issue. So anyway, I got it in line. So, um, what else? Okay, once that was like my schedule, mornings, middays, and nights. I had such a huge problem with it. Like, it was just making me so mad. I just started eating randomly in the store. Like, I would like just start eating random stuff in the store. It kind of led to me starting to eat like a whole lot of junk food. Like, I knew something was wrong because I was just like eating candy, like eating just junk food, a whole bunch of sweet foods, I was eating a whole bunch of snacks. It was a problem because I was like craving it, but I did it off because I just wanted to eat. I just wanted to eat, bro. And then even there's times when I went on break, I would just get food every time I went on break. I just realized how normal that can be, which that is so boring. That could be such a problem. Like just me going out on breaks and get food and then having to go back and just go to this job and still continue. It's like that's a normal average life, and I don't want that for myself. I don't want that shit. I don't want it. It's like it's so odd. This doesn't feel normal to me. So I started eating like junk food. I started eating like sweet candy, snacks, random snacks. I don't know. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did it off because I was mad, but I think I just did it because whatever I was thinking about, whatever food I was thinking about, I picked it up. Whatever food I was thinking about, I would get it and I would eat it. But then like it got to a point where like I'm speaking too much. I'm probably been speaking for like an hour. So then it was like he started scheduling me to work nights. No, there's an old guy. He strictly works in the mornings, and I'm sitting here like, how does he get to have a set schedule? How does he get to work in the mornings every day and I can't? I'm sitting here looking like, how is that fair? Because I see him every morning. He works strictly in the mornings every day, and I'm sitting here like, why can't I get that? Why can't I strictly work in the mornings? And that's what also set me off. That's what also made me mad. So then, like, I just kept getting scheduled to work at night. I did not want to work at night because here's what I was thinking. Like, I wake up and then I'm sitting here, like, throughout the day, it was either I was working on me or I was just like, it was just the idea of, like, okay, it's during the day. And then now I gotta get up and then go to this job, and I have to get up and go to this job in the freaking afternoon. They kept scheduling me late nights, and then I started thinking about like how the world. I just started thinking about like the world is such a bad place, and I just started thinking about all these negative thoughts. Like I started thinking about like I hate the world so much. I'm so mad at everything. It got to a point where like I'm mad. It got to a point where like I was mad at the world and I was just mad at everything. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to do anything, bro. Like it got to a point where I was feeling that way, really hating the job. He kept so up until that point, I kept getting scheduled to work at night, and then I just started calling out because there was days on days where he kept scheduling me at night. I didn't want to work at night. Well, But before I started doing that, before I started calling out, I talked to him again, saying I want to work just mornings and I am starting night school. I told him I was starting night school, and I did that because I told him that because I told him that because I just wanted to work on myself. I have other work. I want to work on myself at night. That's what I want to do. And I just told him I'm starting night school and I can't work at night. So either mornings is okay or midday. Mornings or middays okay. And then he told me that he needs somebody to be there at night. He needs somebody to work at night. My voice keep fucking cracking. Oh my god. He told me that he needs somebody. He needs somebody to work at night. He needs somebody to work at night until he can find somebody to just work night. Find somebody to work nights until he can find somebody. Mind you, it's been probably 3 to 4 months and he still hasn't found. Mind you, it's been like 3 to 4 months and he still hasn't found anybody. It's been 3 to 4 months and you still haven't found anybody. So once I found out I couldn't get my set schedule, I couldn't work the hours I wanted to work. I couldn't work the days I wanted to work. I couldn't work certain days. I couldn't have my own work schedule. I couldn't work certain days I wanted to work, and I couldn't like, and I still hated it. I still hated it. And I still hated it. And then I still hated the job. Do I have like a voice box that's out of fucking place? Like what the fuck? And then on top of that, I hated the job. I was feeding myself. I was feeding myself off with a whole bunch of bull crap, with a whole bunch of foods I'm not supposed to be eating. On top of that, I'm developing feelings about the job I'm working at, thinking about so much, listening to sad music or just listening to music. Period. Up until that point, I started calling out. I started calling out. I think I called. I remember I called out 3 days in a row because I did not want to work. I called out 3 days in a row. And then with this job, you're supposed to let the managers know, but there's like so many managers. There's like so many. There's like a freaking supervisor, there's a team lead, and then there's a boss, the assistant manager. I mean, every time I would call the store, it's like I got this little voice message telling me or giving me the option to call out. When I did, I get a receipt number. So that way I had numbers and receipts on showing I called out without having to show up or without having to call. I still called, and I still called out because I got a receipt number for the option from. I called the store. I will call the store when I want to call out, and I did that. But apparently, I had to let the managers know. And then with the whole thing with the attendance points, that basically covers your PBTO, your PTO times, your sick days, whatever. I didn't know how that shit worked. I never asked. I didn't care enough to even ask anyway. I up until that point, I called out at least 8 times. Randomly one day, I was stocking up some eggs. One day I started stocking up some eggs and just stocking up the whole, not usually stocking up the whole cold side, milk, cheese, eggs, bread, soda, tea, stocking all that stuff. His team lead comes up to me saying he needs to talk to me. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just sitting here like, okay, he needs to talk to me about what? They ended up taking me to the office and saying that they ended up taking me to the office and saying that I had 8 attendance points, and then I'm not supposed to have more than 5. So I wasn't supposed to have more than 5. So I had 8 attendance points because I called out. I called out 8 times. And then they also told me like my shift times were wrong. Mind you, I'm scheduled 10 to 7, but I end up working, like, mind you, there's days where I'm supposed to work 10 to 7, but I end up working 7 to 4. Like, there's days where I didn't work my shift. I worked, like, the shift I wanted to work. Like, I literally just like, there was days where I just worked the shift I wanted to work. And there was days where I'm supposed to be working this shift. I'm supposed to be scheduled to work this time, which I did the complete opposite. I basically worked the time that I want to work, basically. So my times were wrong. I'm clocking in and out early or in and out late. No, just early. I'm clocking in and out early. My times were my times were wrong. They basically had to find out how my points can cover all those days I kind of missed, and then all those times I get to where I was clocking in and out early. basically the times that I had to cover. I only had 8, and I probably needed like, I'm assuming it was 32. I don't know. I don't remember the number. I don't know. I don't remember what number it was. But long story short, my attendance points. No. Oh, I had PPT. I had PPTO times. So most of those. So the time, the numbers, the PPTO numbers. The amount of numbers that I had was only, if I can remember, I think it was only 3. So if I want to take days off, I can only do like 3 hours. I could take 3 hours off and get paid. I could take 3 hours off on any day and get paid. I only had 3, and I had been there for like 5 months. But basically, long story short, my PPTO points didn't cover most from my attendance points from when I did call out and I clocked in early, clocked out early, and basically those times when it wasn't able to, basically my PPTO time didn't cover any of those attendance points. So they basically told me they have to let me go, turn in my dang vest. And I'm sitting here nodding my head because I just found it ridiculous. I really didn't care. Honestly, I didn't care. So ask me if I had any questions. I was like, nope. As soon as I got that store, dude, I was driving down the highway. I was happy as hell. Bro, I was driving down the freaking highway. I was so fucking happy. I wasn't even upset. I was just like, I have no reason to be mad. I don't have no reason to be upset. Bro, I was so happy. But told my mom I got laid off. But long story short, I was still trying to find a way to make this business work. I was trying to open up my own Shopify account, my own Shopify store. I tried SD, Shopify, and then I tried to do some side hustles. I had no money. I need to invest, and it took a lot. It takes a lot to invest. So invest to a store at least. So ended up getting another job 2 weeks later. Got a new job. I worked at Lowe's, and then mind you, like me recording from, when I started recording, I was recording every day up until I got laid off that day. Up until I got laid off from Walmart. 2 weeks later, I got another job. Worked at Lowe's, and then I stopped recording. Once I worked at Lowe's, I started working 8 to 9 hours again, but that job was more intense because there was a lot of stuff. I was basically outside handling mulch and straw, wheat straw and shit like that, and I was handling bricks. So nigga, I was basically outside that whole freaking day, bro. Me working there, I was outside lawn and garden. I was out there the whole entire shift. Man, I started burning up, freaking thirsty, needed water. Like that is ridiculous. It was so hot. Like I don't know how the frick I did it, bro. I don't know how I was able to I don't know how I was able to do all of that, like to work 8 to 9 hours, be tired, and then not dread to do it again. I wasn't even dreading. Like I was just tired, lazy. There's days where I didn't work on myself at all. There was days where I didn't because I'm so tired and fucking hot as hell. There was days where I was just hot and tired as hell. Like I'm sitting here looking like, how the freak did I do that? And I'm outside. It's freaking burning up. It's like I'm outside and I'm burning, helping people with heavy freaking bags of mulch, heavy bricks and stones and soil and straw. I mean, straw was heavy, but like that is hard work. But you're not getting enough from it, and that's like, yo, it's not worth your time. It's not worth it, man. But there was like some customers that would really tip me well because how hard of that job was, bro. How hard of a job that was just to carry all of that, and then having your body hurt too. I was getting tipped well, bro. 20 to 10 dollars every customer, not every customer, but 10 to 20. I was sitting here like, I don't know how I did that, but a month of me being at that job, I started having a month of me being at that job. Instead of me just recording like game, if I wasn't gaming, then I just started vlogging while I was at work. So I just basically started vlogging while I was at work. I just told myself like I'm going to start taking better care of myself, and I'm just going to start changing my outlook on life and start changing my mindset. And that's kind of where I started developing my mindset from. Like from that day forward, I just told myself like I just need to change my outlook on everything and just start changing my mindset, and start to develop my plans and my goals and what I want to do with myself. But that took some time. And then yeah, like still did the same thing, but still have those same feelings and still have those same feelings and those same thoughts. Uh, but then I ended up trying to go back to school because randomly one day when I was vlogging, I was like, I can always go back to school if I wanted to. Like, it ain't never too late. When I talked about it, I just made a decision to go to. I just made a decision to see if I can go and try to go to school again. But yeah, no issues with that job at all though. But then I just noticed my hours kept getting shorter as like the summer hit. But like I went from like 8 to 9, then like 8 to 7, 7 to 6, 6 to 5, 4, 5 to 4, 4 to 3. My hours just kept getting shorter, so that was a kind of a problem for me. But I still kept eating so much bull crap. Yeah, but I just kind of ended up. But then yeah, after that time, I ended up going to school. I ended up going to college. I can't remember the last day I've ever like chilled. I can remember the last day I ever like chilled and just did absolutely nothing with myself. I was sitting in my dorm, taking pictures, watching TV, watching movies all day, and just eat snacks. I think that's the last time I've ever done that. Like I haven't done like I haven't chilled, I haven't relaxed, and I haven't been complacent and comfortable since then. Like I kind of just like me being in school, I kind of started developing this work ethic. Like me being in school, like it took some time, but like once classes started, I kind of just started being more focused and doing and learning something. So then I would literally start taking time and doing this work, and then just strictly work on it, work on work on every single thing until I had nothing, until I had nothing else to do with that work, with school. But I would work on it all. Like once I was done with classes for the day, I would just go to the library and just work on all that work until I was done with it, until I'm done with it, until there's more work piled on top of it for next week. But that's what I did. I spent time on it. But I just kind of developed this work ethic to like where I'm going to work on something, I'm not going to finish it until I'm completely done with it. So that's why I kind of developed. As far as taking care of myself, it kind of developed that too. But just kind of like where I stand with my mindset, kind of just started. It started building though, but really, I had to start looking. I just really started looking at like I need to take this really seriously because like from all the motivation I've been hearing lately, but it just makes me realize that I'm literally working for somebody else's brand and I'm not building mine, and I need to start building mines and working for me. There's so much that I could get accomplished, but just been writing down what my goals were. But like, really, the main thing, like getting to a point where like my mindset is like, I don't want to waste any more time. I don't want to have no regrets. I'm gonna do what I can when I can. I'd rather suffer. I'd rather suffer now than having to suffer for the rest of my life. Basically, it kind of progressed. I wasn't even gonna talk this long, but here I am now. Well, I'm back at my parents' house still. I'm like now what I'm currently doing. Like I'm making a whole lot of content now. It's like so far as what I'm doing right now. I might plan on going back to school. I'm only doing it because so I can actually learn like a major I kind of want to get into. But I found a major that I seen for this one school, and I'm probably going to lead towards learning that major. Trying to learn like game design. Like I think that'd be pretty cool to learn. I'm doing this as a leeway to try to leave from my hometown again, because I don't want to stay here forever. I don't want to stay here. You know, I love home. I'll forever love home, but I don't want to stay here. I'm back at home for right now, but I'm just kind of just. I swear, like you learn so much. You do a lot of growing, and you do a lot of like developing, and you build. And you learn so much for yourself when you're alone. So it's just really best for people just to learn how to be alone, because that's how you develop as a human being. That's how you are positive and well as a human. I'm just back at home now for right now to I'm just back at home for right now. I'm just working. I've been working on myself every day. I haven't took any days off. I don't know, because like I can't remember the last time I ever had a day off where I wasn't doing nothing. Like literally nothing. Like on my phone scrolling, comfortable, complacent, like watching TV, watching movies, sitting around, not doing nothing, sleeping, napping. I don't remember the last time I ever did that. It might have no, because I don't ever remember the last time I did that. Maybe when I was first getting into that organization. But I think it was just like that last time where I was just sitting in my room eating snacks, watch TV. But I think that's the last time I ever did that, where I just did absolutely nothing. I basically having a day off, basically sleeping in, and I haven't been sleeping in either. Like for the past since April, so like 3 months. I've been waking up either 4, 5, or 6 in the morning. Like I don't really sleep in. I don't really get up. I don't really sleep in past 6. Kind of wired that in my brain. I'm kind of wired just to like really just get money. Not get money, but like, just do what I want to do and just love it. Just doing a lot of content now. Strictly just working on me. Cause I don't want to do. It's like I don't want to do anything else anymore. Like if I wanted to chill, like if someone was to ask me to chill, or if I wanted to chill, like I feel like I couldn't do it. Like I literally couldn't. I don't even want it. It's like I don't even want to chill. I don't even want to do any of those habits I used to do anymore. Cause it's boring and I'm not doing anything. It's like I'm not doing anything. And it's like now I hate the fact of not doing absolutely nothing. It's like I hate it now because I'm not growing, I'm not benefiting, I'm not getting anywhere, and I already have this locked in my brain. Like I already have it locked in my brain. It's like all those other habits I used to do, I don't want to do any of those things because it's not beneficial to me any other way. It's not benefiting me any other way. So it's like I don't want to. It's like I don't want to do anything else but this, and I love doing this. And like me talking, like I like doing this too. This is a way of expressing and building my communication. It's like I don't want to do anything else besides this. Like this is the only thing that's going to benefit me in the long run. So it's like I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to go back to those habits I used to do. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for anyone. Like there's times where like I'm being told to like just relax, just chill. Like I'm sitting here like no. No way I'm doing that. No way I'm doing that. So like, but so far as like this year, I don't think I've ever taken a day off. I probably have, but I just don't remember a day where this year I've taken a day off. Like where I'm not doing any work, where I'm just chilling, relaxing the whole day. I'm talking about like the whole day, chilling and relaxing the whole day. That's what I'm talking about. But here I am now. But I'm expecting more. I'm gonna talk about like something else in another video. I'm probably gonna shorten this up so that way it's not so long. But we'll see. But I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about in another video because I know this is already long. This is just kind of me just explaining, like interpreting my mindset in money sort of way. Just interpreting like if I was to develop of what I want to do by the time I was a kid, be rich by the time I'm a teenager. But I'm human, so I can't blame myself for that. So not everybody has the same experiences, same situations, but it's fine. But that was me rambling. Love each and every one of you, and I'm signing out.